Jesse, look, I know why you requested Emma for the interview. Obviously, Lee gave you all the dirt about me, so look, there are two sides to every story.
Hold on. I didn't ask for Emma. The producer guy, Garrett, said he wanted to pair me with a correspondent who has kids.
Right. Emma has kids.
And Lee hasn't said much about you at all, actually. I think he worked through all his issues with his comedy routine.
Right, yeah, that's part of the course, right? I'm sure half of New York has heard about our breakup by now.
Oh, well, that audience is about to get a lot wider.
What do you mean?
It all happened so fast. You know, one minute he's doing stand-up about you. The next, he is selling a pilot to a major studio. That's Hollywood for you, huh?
Wait, I'm sorry, hold up, Jesse. So, Lee is making a TV show about our breakup.
I feel like Mary Jane gets tripped up on so many little details and she overthinks certain things and she's so emotionally driven. And so she kind of becomes like clouded and fluffy about stuff and her direction. I think that's where Kara sort of helps hone her in and just knows how to redirect all of that and bring her back to her own center where she belongs instead of her, you know, having 800 hands out there trying to reach for everything. And I think Feeling Lost is definitely the episode where Kara really pinpoints that with Mary Jane, and she really reminds Mary Jane what her goals are, who she is, what she represents, and what she needs to be doing and thinking about.
Something more to celebrate this afternoon.
This afternoon?
Oh, I hope you don't mind. I planned a little reunion celebration at the park in our neighborhood. I always like to do it whenever Orlando's been away for a stretch.
It'll be fun.
I'm sure you'll be very surprised to see where Orlando came from.
I'm already surprised.
To Orlando.
To Orlando.
Mr. Lagos, will you sign my book?
Yeah, sure.
It's like watching a whole team of little Orlandos.
I wish he would make a team of mini Orlandos himself, you know what I mean?
I already have two of my own. They're teenagers. They live back in Atlanta with their father.
Your kids are here with you?
I go back and forth.
That's why I don't see you at the games.
Well, I have to work, you know.
Too bad. I never missed any of Orlando's games when he was a boy.
Wow, really? Gosh, that's great.
I knew he was born to play baseball from the time he was old enough to hold a bat.
Wow, that young, huh?
In high school, he got distracted by girls here and there.
But you kept him on track, huh?
And that's why I'm here.
To keep him on track?
My son won't be retiring from baseball anytime soon.
Hi, Poppy.
So, but Kara is dealing with a lot of her own stuff in this episode as well, because she meets Mama Orlando.
How can you be ready for that?
I know.
Who was a young mom
Yeah.
and is a bit of a force herself and is very caught up in Orlando being a baseball player. She heard from Marco about how Kara is making moves to make Orlando a broadcaster, and she is not down with that.
A lot of her identity is invested in what Orlando's doing and who he is and his image, and she feels, I don't know, it's sort of like a weird ownership. It's kind of strange.
Well, it's also, you know, I mean, it's a bit of a tribute, I think, to single moms, too. You know, I grew up with one, and yeah, I mean, they do give a lot of their life to their children and all of it, and they realize that whatever they didn't have or everything was going to be better for my child, which I think all parents want, but when it's just you in the relationship, then you cling on to that other thing, and
Yeah.
for Mom, that was Orlando, and we've been through this all, and not many people make it as far as he ends up getting, and she knows how special that is, and she knows how hard the road was along the way, and
Yeah.
so someone's got to be pretty amazing to become a part of that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Much less change it.
You know what? You're gonna kill it in the ratings. Everybody's talking about how brave you and your teammates are.
Really?
Yep.
Gosh, I figured everyone would just think we were ripping off Colin Kaepernick's protest.
Oh, please. If every Latino player did what you're doing, you'd be getting calls from world leaders.
I'm just trying to figure out how to retire, not start a civil war.
Oh. Does that mean that you...
Spoke to Marco, yeah. And he's down with it. The segment. And retirement, yes. Once I told him it's what I wanted, he got it.
I'm so proud of you.
What about Gumbel's people? Are they coming?
Oh, they sure are. Big things are gonna happen for us, Papi.
But then Orlando's doing something really important, and he's going toe-to-toe with Danny, the conservative correspondent, about immigration reform, and really holding his own and talking about the differences between when Reagan was in office and how we were talking about immigration in the 80s versus how we're talking about it now. And so I think that was really interesting and sort of illuminating for us to even remind ourselves about how things have shifted, and that it has taken on this sort of, you know, get out of our country kind of rhetoric right now, where it was...
And another example of a politicized, you know, topic that then becomes just part of whatever party you belong to is then which side you fall on, rather than thinking back of like, oh yeah, the guy who's the symbol of Republican Party, you know, the good years, Ronald Reagan as they saw, felt this way about immigration, you know, and what the difference was, and why do we see it this way now, and how flawed our views are.
Yeah,
I'm glad we took that on.
Yeah, it was. It's very interesting because Reagan, you know, saw it as a humanitarian issue,
Which it is.
and we don't talk about it, or a lot of the talk that is going on right now. It doesn't seem that it's taken that way. Orlando becomes the sort of Colin Kaepernick of baseball, and sits out during the national anthem and defends that choice because of what's going on with immigration and all that sort of thing. So it enabled us to sort of talk about some of the relevant issues, but then we also have some, you know, the fun stuff with Orlando's mom and her worry that being a broadcaster means he's going to become a sissy, wear makeup on camera.
I don't know what they mean about that.
That
She's
kind of
feminizing
thing.
my son.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as he doesn't become an actor. As long as Orlando doesn't become an actor.
So, but I think we've set up some interesting things to explore in the next episode.
Yes,
so
definitely.
We'll have to keep watching.
Definitely.